NATO shocked. Philippines receives dozens of new monster ships donated by France. France is set to provide 40 patrol vessels and logistical support to the Philippine Coast Guard following the approval of a $438 million aid project to enhance Manila's maritime security capabilities across the country's waters. The French Official Development Assistance funded acquisition project of 40 fast response crafts, approved during Tuesday's National Economic and Development Authority board meeting, will effectively quadruple the Philippine Coast Guard's fleet, coming in at 30 to 35 meters. The French-built boats will resemble the agency's existing 44-meter Parola-class multi-role response vessels from Japan. According to the project description, the first 20 fast response crafts will be constructed in France and the other 20 in the Philippines. France will also provide logistical support for the vessels and equipment for 6 bases. The project aligns with the government's objective of enhancing maritime security by upgrading the capabilities of institutions such as the Philippine Coast Guard. The new FPCs will help deter smuggling and illegal activities while ensuring the enforcement of maritime sovereignty in critical marine areas, National Economic and Development Authority Board Secretary Arsenio Balasacan said. OCEA Shipbuilding and Industries is expected to win the acquisition project due to its relationship with the Philippine Coast Guard and pledges to invest in the country's shipbuilding industries. The company previously delivered BRP Gabriela Silang, OPV 8311, the world's largest aluminum-hulled offshore patrol vessel, to the Philippine Coast Guard in 2019 under a similar assistance program. In 2022, OCEA reiterated its commitment to establish a shipyard and subsidiary in the Philippines that will be able to construct 15 to 120-meter-long patrol vessels. With a fleet of 13 ocean-going patrol vessels, the Philippine Coast Guard has been stretched thin attempting to cover the 7,641 islands that compose the country's archipelago and beyond. The West Philippine Sea, Manila's name for the section of the South China Sea that encompasses its exclusive economic zone, has been draining the agency's resources through encounters with Chinese maritime forces. These incidents, which revolved around contested maritime features claimed by both countries, have eroded the Philippines' smaller fleet. Paris Official Development Assistance Project of 40 patrol vessels is the latest in a list of commitments by Manila's new and old partners to bolster the Philippine Coast Guard's fleet amid these incidents. Japan, which has provided 12 patrol vessels to the agency, is set to deliver 5 97-meter-long patrol vessels to the Philippines between 2027 and 2028. Meanwhile, the U.S. examined the transfer of 4 Coast Guard vessels through excess defense articles last summer. France has emerged as one of Manila's most important European partners in recent years. The two countries signed a treaty that aimed to deepen their defense and security ties last December and have stepped up their military-to-military exchanges. French naval forces participated in Balacaton for the first time this year, joining U.S. and Philippine warships in the South China Sea. The delivery of the 40 new patrol vessels is not only a strategic upgrade for the Philippine Coast Guard, PCG, but also a significant geopolitical move that reinforces France's growing involvement in the Indo-Pacific region. Analysts believe this move strengthens Manila's position in regional maritime disputes while highlighting France's commitment to maintaining freedom of navigation and regional stability. This initiative shows that France is not just talking the talk on Indo-Pacific engagement, they're walking the walk, said maritime security analyst Carlos Gutierrez. Their support of the Philippines sends a strong message to other regional players, including China, that Europe is now more invested in the security architecture of Asia. The new vessels will be distributed across the Philippines' key maritime zones, including the West Philippine Sea, the Sulu Sea, and areas in Mindanao and the Visayas where smuggling, piracy, and illegal fishing remain rampant. The fast response capability of these ships is expected to greatly improve the PCG's ability to quickly react to incidents and enforce maritime laws over a wider expanse of territory. In addition to bolstering security, the aid package includes significant technology transfer and capacity building for the local shipbuilding sector. The 20 vessels to be built domestically represent a boost to the Philippine maritime industry, particularly in Subic and Cebu, where OCEA is expected to partner with local shipyards. These local facilities could soon be involved in the fabrication and maintenance of world-class patrol boats, thus generating local employment and upskilling Filipino workers. The fact that half of the vessels will be built locally is not just symbolic, it's strategic, said PCG Commandant Admiral Ronnie Gil Gavin. We are building not just ships, but the future capability of our own shipbuilding industry. Officials also praised the inclusion of logistical infrastructure support, noting that 6 Philippine Coast Guard bases will receive upgraded maintenance, command, and surveillance equipment to maximize the utility of the new patrol crafts. These enhanced facilities will include radar systems, spare part storage, docking improvements, and crew training centers. France's engagement in the Philippines aligns with its broader Indo-Pacific strategy unveiled in 2018, which emphasizes maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific in cooperation with regional partners. With overseas territories like Réunion and New Caledonia located in the region, France has both security and economic interests in supporting a rules-based maritime order. Meanwhile, the United States and Japan are closely coordinating with the Philippines on similar support projects, indicating a growing trend of multilateral cooperation. A U.S. official speaking anonymously noted that the France-Philippines deal complements ongoing trilateral efforts and is a welcome development in light of increasing pressure from Chinese maritime forces. For the Philippines, this deal may mark a turning point in its ability to independently manage maritime security. For decades, the country's naval forces have relied heavily on foreign assistance. While these new patrol vessels are part of that tradition, the local construction and shipyard investment components represent a move toward greater self-reliance. As tensions in the South China Sea continue to escalate, the Philippines' enhanced maritime capabilities, backed by powerful allies, could shift the dynamics in its favor. With France now firmly in its corner, Manila is no longer just a passive player in regional maritime disputes, it is building a fleet for the future.